slash one of these guys. This is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, this could be a game changer for Peter as well. If they could start on their stronger side, maybe they could actually have
How?
the confidence.
What is he doing? I think he went for the left, right, which is faster than 2 rights, and I can only assume that he missed the second left and died with 100 HP versus someone who had 45. So that's a massive failure, and now they start on the T side.
It's going to be a struggle as well, because if we see, as we were saying before, with the executes, if they can't pull it off on cash, it's going to be really bad. So hopefully they can, and they can prove us wrong on this first round with the pistol. Charging straight away towards A. They've left A completely open. Flipside going for the A retake.
This is actually fairly common. You see less and less people on the A site during the pistol round. Flipside going for a controlled take of mid, but Simple hot on their heels in A main. No one dead yet for either side. Finally, Simple finds himself a headshot. Bomb planted over towards the A site. Simple getting another frag, while Jumper's going to get boosted up over the quad boxes to find 1 frag onto Bondic.
Ooh, and Simple does finally get taken down. That is unfortunate as his head goes flying off miles away. Comes Blade though. Can do some damage through the smoke. Finally gets the second as well. All he's got to do is get the third now. And he finally does it, gets the defuse to boot, and that's the pistol round going to Flipside. That's really unfortunate for Peter.
War of attrition won by Blade and Co. Blade and the buddies, Blade and the gang. The Flipside team. So let's see who's going to stay. No, they're all going to buy up. But again, this shouldn't even come as a surprise to me. You know, before certain updates of the game, you might see people chilling out of a pistol here, looking to pick up an AWP. But with $600 for an MP7 kill, and considering how strong they are, it's just a no-brainer to get that money on.
Yeah, it's really worth the pickup every time. I mean, we've seen teams now even opt in to get it when they know the enemy's an eco halfway through the game, because it just makes sense. You get so much cash back from it. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, the economy of CSGO is changing. But it's all, funnily enough, it's the M4s getting all the frags in that round. So, got to be somewhat standard kill bonuses there, and the 3 MP7s don't even get a look in. So that's kind of favourable for Peter as well going forward. They were cut down by Blade and Simple.
They've gone for the 4x now though. Of course, they did get the bomb plant in the first round, so let's see if they can go big here and actually come out on top. 2 MP7s still in play, of course. So it could be slightly on their side.
I think it was Titan we saw do this yesterday, where they had like P90s and MP7s versus full AKs and made it work, if I'm not mistaken. So Peter putting that wall of smoke up here again, and going to take control of mid, so that's Simple going down. And he's lost one of the better guns for them.
Blade just creeping around the A site, wants to know what is really going down, as a lot of mid control has now been taken by Peter. They're not looking too shabby at all in this round.
Bondic's in a position that has made Maniac famous. Waterfalls just brings his crosshair down as Bondic makes himself known. Nice nade there to take down Waterfalls in the trade on Blade. Look at that range kill there with the MP7. That is nice work. Shows the buff to the gun as well. So 3 versus 2 as the bomb should get planted onto the A bomb site here. We've got Markelov in the car position, avoided it with somewhat of a crossfire. But with 15 HP, he's got it all to do.
Let's see if he can do it as he fires away there. The roar of that MP7 on the site. 3 Ts laying in wait to greet him with those AKs. He'll actually opt to just fall back now. He's looking behind just in case anyone does creep up on him from CT. Still trying to get a couple of frags here though as he taps away.
Yeah, I think he's going to be wanting to pick up a rifle at some point. But he needs to make an estimation as to where these guns are going to be blasted in this position. Does actually make sense. See if anything comes his way. And there we go. He's got himself an AK. So it's something to be aware of at the end of the round, even if you are saving but you've got a kind of a crappy gun. Consider what's on the floor, where the bomb is, and what direction those things are likely to be sent in. It's quite common for Dust 2, for example. Things to go blasted down long into the pit. Some goodies. So if you can hold on to that area, even if you can't push the site, then maybe you can collect afterwards.
Once again, early mid control coming out. This time it's Simple going for the reverse boost. Captures sight of Waterfall and gets the headshot as well. complete massacre at mid now as everyone's dying left, right, and center. Simple and Blade do fall. Well, did it just finally pick up a kill onto Waylander though, but does he know there's 2 more waiting, ready to sneak up on top of him?
Worth noting that the AK Simple got that kill with is the one that Markelov picked up in the previous round from the bomb blast, and that AK may have made all the difference compared to an M4. That one shot to the head and dead.
That is definitely true. Well did it. Finally, seems Jumka gets the frag. The last 2 remaining Ts are there though, ready to charge in. They will get completely blind by that lovely flash though. And from behind it's Markelov. Charges in like a hero, gets one but can't quite finish the job. Does get taken down. Spiker there with the AK, just getting off the pop shots, wants to make his presence known. Now he begins to fall back.
He is a bomb carrier as well, so he has a chance. And the flip side, looks like they're going to stick together, which obviously makes sense, so they can trade should they need to. So worst case scenario for them, they will expect that Peter, the last player Spiker, might plant the bomb, but that's all he'll get.
And that bomb will go down, as you were saying. It just depends if he can clutch out this round now as the last 2 CTs rotate round and they're ready to rumble. He did have a nice position there to maybe catch a headshot, but he's opted to fall back, try to reposition himself, get into more of an advantageous angle. Sees one of them, gets him, but he couldn't quite finish the job, gets taken down by Bondic, and there goes the defuse.
That's really unfortunate for Spiker because while that it was the player who was on low HP at about 30 in the bank, but he didn't kill him fast enough basically. That spray was all over the place, and he didn't even touch Bondic once following that. So if he had managed to kill Welder straight away, then maybe he can get himself back behind cover, and then the game is on. Then you've got the 1v1, but the trade comes in there from Flipside, which it maybe shouldn't have considering the positioning, but there we go. 3 rounds to 1 now for Flipside. AWP coming out for Simple. And they're just going to leave him to hold down mid on his lonesome. Normally, often you'll see the CTs put a number of people there, but in Simple we trust. They will put 2 towards A and 2 towards B. Although maybe they were expecting a site rush. We saw them on Cobblestone from the Peter side. They have a mixed bag here, 4 rifles and a Tech 9. Simple's coming to the rescue already.
Lovely through the smoke and a second as well. Can he get the third? Complete madman. Hammering away those shots from the AWP. It's Bondic on site to do the damage now. He claims 2 kills. Can he get the third? It's all come down to Waterfall. He has the bomb. He's only got 69 health points left. The Molotov to draw Bondic out, but it wasn't in his favor as he still got the frag.
Yeah, those smokes towards the quad area are so problematic when it comes time to try and push the other side of the site and get the plant down. I wonder if T sides have toyed with deeper smokes towards the corner, or just like a deeper smoke to quad boxes, a Molotov to the NBK spot, etc.
Here's the thing as well, over on B, we see 5 of the T players. They're all there, they're ready to rumble, and they just get completely mowed away by Welded through the smoke. Beautiful play. Markelov there, backing up his friend as well. Picks up one with the AK. Welded charging in, no fear in it with that USP. And here comes Blade to try make some cash with a moneymaker, the MP7 in his hands.
Hungry but sensible is Blade. He's not going to go beyond the smoke into the unknown, into a disadvantageous situation. We'll be patient and get the cleanup operation done afterwards. Flipside extends their lead. Now we're going to see the buy coming out from Peter once again, straight to the AKs and the 1 Gilil onto face crack. Not full nades, but they've got 5 smokes and 7 flashbangs. So I'm hoping to see a set play again. This isn't Cobblestone, so I'm expecting a lot more from them on this occasion. Blade continuing with the MP7 for now, so that's some confidence right there.
The thing is as well, with the tagging on it, you can slow them down enough, even if you're not directly on them. If you don't get the kill, they're so slow, they can't retaliate. That's why he's opted to stay with it as face crack gets the opener this round onto Welded. Faceit not looking as healthy as they've had to send over some more CTs to try and block them off.
Yeah, we're seeing a heavy rotation here from Flipside. 3 people over towards the B-bomb site, and again, there's that MP7 of Blades as well. We'll see if that comes into play. If they win this round and they get some kills, that could be fantastic for them. They're trying to force out any potential Ts into the open, but they do it and lose the duel. No trade on this occasion for Flipside. More awkward positions here with the Ts in checkers. Got a player in vents as well, but he hasn't jumped down yet, so his options are open to him. Could go for a multiple pronged assault here. Bondic moving down from A into towards the mid area. Blade running distraction now, getting that headshot with the MP7. Now he's picked up an AK, gets another one as well. Lots of information for his teammates. 2 versus 2 retake, but Peter still needs to plant the bomb. They're going for a Checkers plant there, but there's a Bondic in Checkers, and he's... Oh, Jimka's finally going to get a kill on him, and Simple, without the bomb planter going down. I don't know how that happened, how Bondic didn't get the frag onto the site. Peter get their second round.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I mean, he had a clear line of sight. He was there, ready tapping away, but he just fell short of the last hurdle. That's got to be heartbreaking for him. Now Peter, a little bit of confidence back under their heels. They're ready to rumble, so let's see if they can keep this momentum going. 2 rounds on a trot.
Jumka disposing of a flashbang and spawn there to pick up some other items.
Waylander just biding his time, looking for information.
Worth mentioning, I was moaning about a player wasting a flashbang yesterday, but I got a number of tweets saying that he had 2 and he wanted to pick up a different set of nades. So if that was my error, then I do apologise for that one. Nice opening there towards the B bomb site for Peter. That's going to force the abandonment of mid, actually, and 3 people going to be trying to hold down B, same as the last round. However, everybody from Peter is heading towards the A site now. It's going to be Bondic versus the whole world. That's going to be a good opening from him. He'll be able to poke his head through to Squeaky. See that nobody else is there. We've got the mollies coming in for both teams, and now the rotation comes back. Bondic manages to burn Jumka in a trade after getting taken down by Jumka.
Bomb gets planted now. Simple, no fear in it though. Charges in, gets the frag, and actually manages to stop the bomb just before it was planted. That's very good for them. This is really going to hurt Peter right now. They're in such an awkward position, scrambling around, trying to work out what's going on. They have to get the bomb back, or just take down the last 2 remaining CT. Simple, nice boost there, catches sight of Waylander and gets the frag as well. Finally picks up his 3rd kill of the round and finishes that one once again in Flipside's favour.
Very good team play there by Simple and well did it. Simple stuck on the site on his own, and he was ready for the no-scope. He was just waiting for him. It's like, come on, just try it. But he was paranoid about his back as well. Then well did it comes up short. He knows his back's covered. He can concentrate towards that squeaky area. Finds the final 2 frags after that nice peek, as you often used to see Happy doing on the site for Envious. That's going to be another round in the bag for Flipside. It was an expensive round though, and look at that, we've got a nice push from Waylander trying to catch Flipside before they can properly set up for the round. Unlucky not to get a frag there, but he didn't even hit either of them. He will continue to duel with the P250, and he has fallen.
Now we switch over to Bondic as he's there defending the lines on the A site. Panic switches to the USP there, but gets it back just in time to clear it up. There we go once again. Flipside really just locking down these sites. Doesn't even lose a single man there.
Yeah, their economy is not spectacular. It's not sparkling. They're not quite sipping the rosé. So they'll need to survive in numbers for now. 7-2. Peter with a 5-round deficit. Not much money in the bank. Not much nades in the pockets. Not many nades in the pockets. Spike heading towards Squeaky. Ooh, that's a good angle, but the lack of helmet on Spiker will send him straight down to 23 HP.
To get a nice early tag though, so he won't be too angry with that one as the T's do decide to finally commit. They charge out, and this is wonderful play from them. They're finally locking it down. The smokes go up, and the bomb should be theirs to plant as Markeloff and Welded it have the world on their shoulders to retake this as they charge in. Markeloff does get the frag onto Waylander, slowly evening up these numbers.
Just Markeloff left now with less than 20 HP. He doesn't have many choices, and again, their economy wasn't spectacular. He wants to try and do a little bit of damage if he can before he leaves, but leave he will. To try and save what he can. Save his team $6,000. You can see he's carrying 5,800 there. Top of the screen shows the value being carried by both teams. And the remaining 3 players from Peter will survive as well, especially with that AWP. Going to be very important indeed for their economy, so they'll be able to drop the AKs for their teammates. And again, that was quite a ropey buy from Peter in the previous round. There are 2 players who didn't have helmets, which is a massive advantage for the CT side. However, they were still able to eke out the round. Now they close the deficit to 4. So Peter setting up for the wall of smokes again, but look at the aggression in mid. We already have Blade on the wrong side of those smokes as far as T's are concerned. Gonna find a frag anyway with a flashbang there. Good control here from Peter. Nobody lost yet. That's gonna allow them to push B very fast indeed. Second frag coming onto Simple.
Yeah, and they've charged straight through Vincent. You were saying the Junker lurked behind and it paid off as he gets the frag. And it's all come down to Bondik. The 1-on-4 situation. Can he do this? Will a miracle happen? Let's find out as he catches sight of Junker and he is able to get the frag.
He's got a kit. He's looking for the flank. He finds the flank. Is he going to continue to go for it? It's still a reasonable amount of time on the clock, but he's got an AWP, so I think he's going to hold an angle and save, stroke, wait for exit frags. If they choose to push his position, then he will happily try at least to deal out more damage. Should they go another way, then he's got a AWP for their star player, Simple.
It's probably definitely worth it. I mean, at the most, that round was pretty much over. He might have been able to get another kill onto Faceit. It was fairly low, but it's not really worth the risk of losing that AWP at that late.
Simple is a player who's capable of turning this round on its head. Even with one primary weapon and four pistols, something you don't see necessarily as much on the CT side as the T side. Again, there's a round I'll never forget where on the T side for Virtus Pro, Pasha had an AWP and rest had pistols and they won the round. It was completely insane. But here we go, Peter. Safety in numbers here. Like a gang outside a chicken shop on their BMXs. Gonna take control of mid. 3 people for Flipside over towards B bomb site. 2 pushing A, squeaky door.
This is the thing. Let's see what's going to go down now as they begin to rotate around Bondik in a prime position. And he does capitalize on it, gets the kill into Spiker. Look at it, backing off.
Look at the movement from the T, so they know that the CTs have the information as to where they aren't. So they need to try and push B before they all stack the site. Only 1 player left on the site. That's Markov for now. He's just trying to waste as much time as possible while his teammates rotate. Finally goes down to Faceit. He's going to go for the... I think that's a Checkers plant again. Last time Bondik was there to stop it, but this time he'll get it down. 2 versus 2 now. Still Simple there with the AWP.
He'll be spamming away through that wall just in case he can pick up the frag. Blade looking around, wants to try find out where they are. If they can come out on top. This is very important to do so. And Simple kicks it off as he gets the frag onto Faceit. It's all down to Junker. Lay in wait, hiding in the shadows, ready to strike. Can he do it?
Blade's got the kit. He's got to go for it now. He's on the kit. He's on the bomb, and that should be the defuse. Simple's going to run and try and pick up the AWP as well. What excellent play by Flipside. Simple got the second last kill there and just saw the elbow of the player towards Checkers. Was waiting for him to pop out, but he was smart enough not to do so. But with just in the nick of time, Blade knew, like, I have to go for this defuse now. Simple, you got to cover my back. Simple does exactly that. Another round in the bag for Flipside, and again, that's a round that started with an AWP and 4 pistols.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what you were saying. That's the thing. It's like the raw skill of Simple. And I mean, the raw skill of Flipside in general is so high, they can really pull out these insane rounds.
That is a picture-perfect smoke into main by Blade. You can see he specifically lined up the body versus the car and then used the power lines to get it spot on there. That is clean. So we have a Peter player that's fallen already. They've got 2 AKs, 2 Galils left. Got a considerable number of smokes and flashes, etc. But we'll have to see if they have any executes with said nades.
Well, did it over on the B site there, just scoping it out, want to see what's going down, because he's not quite realised yet that it's all going down over on A, and Blade's the first line of defence there. Spiker charging in, doing work for his team now. Can he keep it up, because it's just him left. Really close situation now, checking all his angles. The paranoia's kicked in, he knows that he's being watched. But where from? Catches sight of a head, that's well at it. See you later, my man. Markov sitting around on short. He knows there was a player quad. He's going to have to fall back.
I'm not sure if Markov in mid will hear Spiker running. Sounds like he has. And there's a vision as well. Goes for the duel, takes him down. But I don't know what choice Spiker really had in that position anyway. I mean, he pretty much has to run to the site. So it's just the nature of the beast when you're up against more opponents than you have players.
Yeah, it was a struggle for him. He was really strapped for options, so he just had to decide to go with one.
All right. Lots of mollies coming out on the flip side team. I like how that molly went down towards Squeaky when they thought the A push was coming. Very smart stuff. Heavily tagged is Markelov in upper B. It's going to be a fast push here from Peter. We saw this on Cobblestone as well, which is maybe what Flipside prepared for earlier on in this half. And that is a pretty solid hold. Only Markelov going down. Yeah, somewhat minimal damage.
Absolutely huge there, picking up the 4K. It's nice to see, but now this is where it comes down really to the go time. Peter need to get this 5th round if they're going to be in with a chance to really lock it down on CT. I mean, even for confidence factors, they don't want to be ending it on a score like this, do they?
Absolutely not. But this is a somewhat common score on the cash at the moment. So it's somewhat reasonable, but obviously everybody would like more. Nice poke there by Waterfalls. That's one wreck to the eye there with the AK-47. Blade will go down. Or did it to try and hold things on his own. Got a bit of support here. Gonna pop back himself into checkers. Gonna have his back turn. No information. Facecrack doesn't even turn around when Waylander falls.
Yeah, that is a real shame. Bit of a miscommunication there. They've got to be kicking themselves over that one.
It's the power of the Silent M4. Assassinations happening at your feet. You have no idea. None. Zero.
Simple. Lurking around the A site with that AWP in hand. He could go absolutely huge here as Spiker and co push up short. Switches to the Deagle though. He's feeling it. Let's see if he can go huge. Of course he can. Gets the first rack. Spiker from behind. Finally shuts him down. 2-on-2 situation now on the bomb. Punching those numbers in. It does go down. Markelov, beautiful retake. Shuts them both down. We'll get the defuse if he can work out where the bomb is.
So, 11-4 half for Flipside. Peter need this pistol. We'll have to see if they can get it. If not, the 2-0 might be on the cards here. Flipside, I don't think they've featured in the Faceit League up to now, actually. But if they are to take this 2-0, they're heading towards a collision with Dignitas. So it's never going to be easy. They will be a much more prepared team, refined team, higher tier team. But Peter are still in it for now. They had a somewhat of a comeback in the previous map, despite not going all the way. We'll see if they can do better here. So we've got the set smokes coming into the A site, which allowed them to go through A main relatively unchallenged. The frag's going their way as well. Well done at getting the first one. Blade coming in as well. Waterfalls, Waylander, the 2 Ws. Getting 2 back, so it's 3 versus 3 retake here for Peter.
Blades there just trying to tear him off, tapping away, but it's the nade from Junker that blows him out of the server. He will not be able to do much now. He's in pieces. Junker on the site, just scouting around, catches whiff of Bondik and does finally shut him down. And they do have the time to get the defuse as well.
There we go. Picking up a few sweets on the way. That's one thing I hate when the few times I've traded something, because I'm not a trader, someone's like, can you add some sweets? I don't have sweets, I have guns. God damn it.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
This trading is the worst experience you can have in. I hate it. It's horrible.
Just in the world.
Yeah, just in the whole world. Yeah. All right, Peter gone straight for the max buy here. We've got the M4s, the FAMASs, and we've got Flipside trying to close the distance. So far, so good for Peter, but he needs to hold this down without taking too much damage here. Spike has gone down. Blade and Bondik left. They're in tapping distance here for Facecrack. Can he stop this plant from going down? No, just there's a double nade coming in from Waylander, but it's just a little bit too late to stop that 4K bonus for the team.
Yeah, they won't be too angry with that one. They did get the bomb down.
Double nades. I've had a triple nade before, but I'm always hoping when I play Nuke for that 5-man nade on an eco push. You know, when you throw that double nade outside over the box, and you're like, come on, give me the nade ace. Never happens.
Well, I got a 4K once in Source where I naded ramp when they push into CT side ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only time.
Juicy.
Big frags.
Okay, so Flipside bringing out all the big guns straight away. Well did it on the AWP now as opposed to Simple. This is interesting. So, mixing things up here. again, you know, have it on good authority that Simple is the main AWPer. However, he is also a superb rifler, as we are seeing. Checkers, sorry, Vents in control of Peter for now, but Jumka has gone down. Well did it, showing why sometimes he will have the AWP instead. Markelov Simple very tagged at the moment, but there's only Face Crack to contend with now, stuck on the A bomb site, and he has 3 T's looking for blood. Markelov will find a frag, and Flipside move to double the score of Peter, 12-6.
Yeah, Peter really struggling once again. They're showing they can take the aim battles, but they're just falling short on the last hurdle, unfortunately, so what will they do? Yeah,
they've gone for the force here, as they may feel like they cannot afford to lose any more rounds in this situation. And again, going back to the AWP here, I really hope that this means that sometimes Wild Edit will go first and sometimes Simple will go first, depending on the situation and who they can exploit the best. Because I think that would be ideal for the team if they can make it work.
Yeah, that's the thing. Utilizing dynamic spawns like that is such a big thing, and if they can do it with the AWPer, that's even better.
Right, so T mid is smoked off for the time being, but as you can see, Wild Edit has an angle. Although he can't see that player in the vent at the moment. I think he's trying to open the vent with a nade. I'm not sure if he did. There we go. Molotov, in fact. He's going to force Jimka straight out of there. Although he could potentially be boosted straight back in, but it would be a bit of a risk because they'd have to give up the angle they had on B. And indeed, it looks like they are boosting him up. Yeah, he's back in there straight away. And the Flipside team are heading over towards B bomb site. Jimka's got to be careful because if he extends too far into the vent, they will see his legs without him seeing anything, and he will get cut down by the Flipside team. And he's one of the only 2 rifles they have.
Yeah, this is up to him to go absolutely massive this round, but Waterfall tries to take that weight off his shoulders as he goes big with a 5-7. Need 2 players on Flipside left. They're not looking too healthy at all as they charge onto the site. It's from behind. Waylander gets the headshot, and Spiker jumping down with his parachute there, gets the frag onto Markelov. Okay,
so far so good here for Peter, just about. The money on Flipside is a bit dodgy. We've got Markelov and 2k, and they're going to go for the buy, because some of them had 5k, as you can see, while the net's just gone all in there with no armor to speak of. I guess worst case scenario, if he falls and it's not in an awkward position and Simple can pick up the AWP as well, he does have armor.
That's the thing, as you're saying, where you've got so many competent AWPers on one team, they can just switch it up depending on health, so...
Well, you got Markelov there as well.
Yeah. It's just so much usability in one team for them to just do just insane things.
So Peter, with 2 people on the B bomb site, they have, well, never mind, they're all dead. And the bomb site is in control of Flipside. They've got 2 people with a late rotation from A main, and this is just suddenly all over the place. So many frags coming in. Flipside still in control of the bomb, but do they know how open the B bomb site is still? I don't know how long that it's been holding that angle for. Again, he's got no armor as well, so things getting tricky here for the Flipside team. Where did he plant the bomb as well?
This is going to be a bit of a struggle. Spiker setting up the nade there for his teammate as Markelov just dances around, wants to try work out what's going on before he decides to commit and go for that plant. Could be caught completely open. Well, did it still watching the angle with that AWP. He will finally begin to pay off. Gets the shot onto Face Crack as he tries to climb through vents. Markelov going absolutely huge there, gets the headshot. It's all down to Waterfalls. Charging him with that famous, but he's going to fall short. Markelov will take him down.
Well, they're holding on to almost the bitter end there again with no armor. Did so much work for the team there. Salvaged things in the end as well. So, good play. I was getting worried because Markelov wasn't planting the bomb, but importantly, he planted it open again. He planted it where you can defend it for cash. All too often, people plant it behind the big structure and you have to defend it from the site, which is very unhelpful for your teammates indeed. Although, we have also seen what can happen when you try and plant it for Checkers, and a surprise CT appears in Checkers. Anyway, the push comes into the A site now. Peter find themselves on the eco. One player just hanging around on the site somewhere. I think he's in the smoke, and I think it's Face Crack. Pushing towards Forklift at the moment, and he's got behind enemy lines here, but they've spotted him. He have a number of guns in his direction. Just PT-50s left for the CT side. Jimka's got 1 frag, and Simple will clean up the remaining 3 players there to put Flipside on 14.
That was lovely from him as he just glided round. They weren't ready for it from this side. Picks up the 2 frags.
Right, so Flipside looking to close things out here. And if they take this round, you would not bet against them. Peter lacking nades, lacking helmets, and lacking M4s with 2 Famouses on the board here. They need to find important frags, but Waylander, can he get one? He gets traded straight away from Simple. Should have got those frags earlier, but I think he might have been a bit flash as well. So that was a nice idea again. Same kind of thing you see on Banana or on Inferno, for example, where the CTs throw the pop flash when they're in dire straits. Things like that can make all the difference. Unfortunately, I think that flash caught a bit of him as well. Didn't go his way. Advantage Flipside. Well, did it heavily tagged, but he's rocking the AWP, so it's not going to matter that much. Wall of smoke coming out from the Flipside team now.
Here's the thing, it just depends if it will pay off for them. Just sneaking around. Want to just work out what's going on, if they can get this pick, and then if they can roll with it. Waterfalls will be backing off though, working around to A site. He doesn't want to put himself in too much of a bad spot. Just tucks in behind Forklift, ready to rumble.
You see the difference. When the A push came in from Peter, we had Molotov go down towards Squeaky from Flipside, but the other way around, they don't have the nades to do it. 3 versus 3, the bomb's down in the middle of the side. They've got 1 CT rotating, and they're being cleaned up slowly but surely. Too many angles to hold for Peter. Just down to Jimka to stop this match point here. He needs to fight for his teammate. Simple quite tagged, but he can't finish the job. Simple only on 12 HP, but that was enough to take down Jimka and put Flipside on match point. Now look how ropey the money is for Peter.
Yeah, they're really not in a good light at all. Picking up just a couple of pistols, 5.7s. They've got a few nades though. They've still got that to work with, but that is not optimal at all.
Right, so Peter in a world of pain here. And again, as they attempted to in the previous round, they need to make these flashbangs work for them, but they've only put... well, Jimka's going to boost face crack towards B bomb side, but looks like it's going to be an A rush here from Flipside, not messing around. Simple cutting down face crack and Spiker. That is an open A bomb site. Rotation coming in from the final CTs, but much work for them to be done.
Bomb goes down though, Waylander charging in. The Famous in hand, claims Simple. The retaliation though from Welder at the AWP. He's trying to get more, he wants more frags, and he will be taking them one after the other. The CTs fall, and 16-7 are the scores on the doors.
Well, that was an expected result for Flipside, so congratulations to them. A solid 2-0. Clearly a better team, and I think there's lots of data there for Peter to take home and work from. Again, especially for Cobblestone, I think they just need to. I think they lack structure on that map specifically, so that's something they need to create for the future. But again, a demo, they can just copy everything Flipside did basically, add in a few things from other teams, put their own flair on it, and at least they'll have something to, like a base camp to climb the mountain. Because at the moment, they're just one of the bodies strewn on the side, which is gonna maybe be there forever. So again, a solid 2-0 for Flipside. They will go on to play Dignitas in the next round. That's going to happen a bit later on. There will be GoTV. Check out HLTV for that. We, however, are going to go to Star Series in around